Ooh, we've gotten our first pick on the board. It's hidden 3. Ume no Dark Side. No, this isn't the one that you may know to be ranked. It's the one that's mapped by one of our fellow refs here, Suicune 3.
Yeah, this is our flow aim pick in Hidden. Very difficult changes between doubles cut streams and 4-note cut streams and wiggle streams and just all different kinds of stream spacing all throughout. This is such a difficult map to be consistent on. And like you said, not the ranked version, but some similar types of patterning in this one for sure. A little bit more consistent overall in the relative difficulty throughout the map compared to the ranked one, which has that sort of trademark doubles cut stream spike right in the middle of the map. This one has a little bit of similar patterning there. We get those doubles cut streams, but not quite as high a spacing. Both players handling the intro section fairly well. Intercambing accuracy, though, as Vaxei finds the first miss, is just ridiculous.
Intercambing also with a massive accuracy lead of about 4%, and now Intercambing can start pulling it away with these small slow sections. But usually, there's still no time to rest. There's a good amount of things like that wiggling star right there, as well as these cut streams all throughout the map, and the jump stream that just doubles back on itself. But he's not gonna slow down and makes it through that section perfectly.
This is actually a really solid beginning here from Intercambing. There's a lot of really tricky, nuanced play that you have to be able to do, but he's not able to make it through one of the slower jumps. Vaxei does match the miss, but that is a really odd place to miss from Intercambing. Luckily, that miss from Vaxei does come through, because Intercambing really having trouble now in this later section. That early combo lead crucial in maintaining the score lead, despite having higher accuracy. Definitely not looking quite as good in that more difficult part of the map.
Still anybody's game at this point. It's 65k to score difference, and it slowly will close at this rate because of Vaxei's 75 combo advantage. But no, as I say, he finds a break.
Yeah, and even with that combo advantage for Vaxei, 2% AC lead and climbing for Intercambing means that the combo lead Vaxei had wasn't really going to do much to begin with, just maintaining this current score difference, which, again, is already in Intercambing's favor. Hits the star stream into the now awkward angled doubles cut streams and into more 4-note jump streams all in between them as you get these really ridiculous back and forth patterns there. This is what I'm talking about with all the nuanced cursor movement. Vaxei also finds a break right after Intercambing, and this is just about sealed up now. 100k in the lead for Intercambing and no combo on either player.
Yeah, there's nothing that Vaxei can do. All he just does is hope for Intercambing to break every 50 combo or so, but that is way too much of an ask for Intercambing, and he's gonna find a break right there, but there's definitely not enough time, especially with that accuracy differential. Chain missiles, but I really don't think it's gonna steal it even with this 200 combo advantage. And with that break right out there, that's gonna mean Intercambing's gonna take the first point of this matchup to start it off. Really solid stuff all around, especially the very intro, where he just showed exactly what he's capable of throughout, and will definitely be what we should expect from him for the rest of this match to come. Ending streams, and there we have it. Intercambing 1-0. Nice job.
That is actually a little bit of an interesting first pick from Intercambing. Hidden 3 was something that he had a hard time on last weekend versus Bubbleman. Did lose the equivalent pick in the quarterfinals in Gekabijin, so knowing that he's still strong on this skill set in relation to Vaxei, comes out with much better accuracy, much better max combo as well, despite sort of fumbling the pick last weekend. So I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more of those types of picks, especially with Nomad 3 banned out. It does point to maybe Vaxei sort of ceding the flow aim advantage to Intercambing here.
Nomad 4. Opt code Rapture 0.9, R rating AR 9.5, and our tech pick for the Nomad pool. It's also got a really short length as well, 1 minute 50 seconds, so a lot of the difficulty definitely condensed.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about this map is it's a little bit more of a traditional tech map than we've had in a lot of previous weeks. We've had a lot of really wonky slider aim types of maps. This one, more akin to what I think a lot of tournament players are used to seeing, despite the increase in difficulty. It might mean a couple scores that are really, really strong in comparison to what we've seen in previous weeks. Lots of cut streams, lots of space streams, and lots of really ridiculous acceleration on some of these streams as well, despite the relatively high 195 BPM in this map. Both of these players very good on tech in general. Intercambing with some drops last weekend, though, against Bubbleman, so we'll see how he measures up against this first pick from Vaxei. Looking very solid right now on the SS from Vaxei, though. 300 combo in.
Slider's burst also doesn't catch out anyone, so Vaxei still in command and control as Intercambing drops 1 full percentage point. But he still has the combo. He just needs to hope for a break from Vaxei soon. Already at the halfway margin, and Vaxei still holding the double S.
Yeah, this is still SS halfway through the map for Vaxei is a little bit ridiculous. It's a full combo from Intercambing as well, to be fair. Still anyone's point game right now. Both of them, actually, Intercambing hits that. He hits the expanding cut streams there in the middle of the map. Vaxei misses despite the high accuracy now. Score lead squarely with Intercambing. Super ridiculous pattern hit by Intercambing there. And that is just a free point.
That's gonna be Intercambing showing exactly what that method is all about. Keeping this combo alive, going to be poised to take a breakpoint off of Vaxei to start it up 2-0, and now all eyes on him to see that he makes it through these last couple seconds alive. And there it is. Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, right at the end, not able to pull out the FC, does find 2 misses on the last triple. But this is sort of what we were talking about, I think, in a lot of internal channels. Is like, if Intercambing plays at the level he played last weekend against Bubbleman, he has a very real chance of taking this match against Vaxei. And that score is what we're talking about. Those 3 FCs last weekend were not flukes. This guy is just that good, just that consistent, and able to pull off the first pick breakpoint.
2-0 up against definitely the undisputed greatest tournament player of all time. Gotta be feeling really good, and especially when Vaxei has only, before this match, has dropped only a combined 5 maps across all 3 or so matches. All 4 matches, if I'm not mistaken, so gotta be feeling really good about this. And once again, I'd like to remind everyone that there is no restrictions on picks or bans. You can double ban or double pick a mod if you want. Like, if you wanted to pick all 4 hidden, then yeah, you can do that. If you want to pick all 4 hard rocks, if you want to ban 2 no mod, or if you want to ban 2 like DTs, then yeah, all that's fine and dandy. And now hidden 4 gonna be to pick 4 Intercambing in that case.
This is actually a little bit interesting to me, honestly, the sort of picks and bans that we're seeing so far between these 2 players. We've seen Intercambing last week really struggle on these technical picks against Bubbleman, not able to pull out the full combos on equivalent picks last weekend, but against Vaxei this weekend, just turning it on and actually leaning into them now with this hidden 4 pick, especially after how Nomad 3 went. Nomad 4, excuse me. I can definitely understand why he chose to lean into this. Basically just the low BPM version of what you saw in Nomad 4, but with hidden applied and with the patterns and spacing just that much more messed up here in the hidden modification. This map is so difficult to aim properly. Reading what's going on in this is so tough, and there goes Intercambing's combo.
And now tech pick follows the previous tech pick, and lo and behold, Vaxei now the one with the lead to start it off, as Intercambing is the one with the first break instead. But obviously, still about a minute or so left to play for this map. And Vaxei going to be breaking at the halfway point. Intercambing is going to be able to claw this back as long as he holds this combo. But that accuracy differential is going to delay that switch by a good margin than you would have expected.
Yeah, he's going to need to hold this combo advantage for quite some time on Intercambing side.
But
But there's an extra miss from Vaxei that comes through. So it's going to speed up the process a little bit here for Intercambing. Slightly better accuracy now as well. He's starting to climb back up on the Yak, and look at the score difference now, less than 40k, where it was close to 100,000 points earlier on in the map at its highest. So this score lead now with that extra miss from Vaxei is just evaporated, and Intercambing beast moding the second half of this map. No trips up on the 1/3 there near the end as well, and this is basically all finished up. 3-0 start for Intercambing.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he breaks right there, but I mean, it doesn't matter. 3-0 up. You gotta be feeling good, Intercambing. Take a bow, man. Just showing what that method is all about, that Intercambing method.
All right, this is actually a little bit crazy. This dude is just going off. This guy was 9th out of qualifiers. They lie. This dude is up 3-0 against somebody who I don't think in anybody's tournament memory has lost a 1 versus 1. Has Vaxei lost a 1 versus 1 before, ever, in his tournament history? Somebody with the stats, some stats nerd, please, come on out. Let us know.
I don't have
because him being down 3-0, that's probably a pretty new feeling right now for somebody who I don't think has really ever had trouble getting point leads against anybody they've faced off against. DT1 is the next pick, definitely solid for Vaxei though, very good high approach rate player, and this pick very reading intensive actually for a double time 1. Lots of overlaps, lots of patterns that double back on themselves that make this so difficult to properly read and analyze the patterns of. It's so easy to just miss aim because you thought a note was supposed to be somewhere else in this map. And Vaxei with that really strong high approach rate reading, I think trying to abuse that now against Intercambing. There's certainly high approach rate in spades in this pool, so he'll have an okay time picking into DT if that's the plan.
Both of them with identical act drops, but Intercambing the one with the first miss because these overlaps, this reading is catching him off guard a little. Vaxei makes it out the first course alive and well, but there's plenty of more overlaps that can still challenge your reading all throughout, so you can't let yourself up a little bit. But that accuracy is actually doing him a lot of favors right now, 99.4 to 97.9. And Intercambing still finding a good amount of 100s every now and then. I think Vaxei's still on a 1-100 run, but it might change a bit.
This score is sick. What is this accuracy for Vaxei right now? This is a really, really good score. I mean, there are no hidden double time full combos on this map. It is really hard to play this properly. The highest DT only score is 455 combos, so actually both players passed that. But Vaxei, 99.5 accuracy here at the halfway point, and is just already the best combo on the map with double time. So this is a ridiculous score.
And he makes it through it. Does find drop off couple 100, but it doesn't matter. Combo is combo. And he's already got the map sealed up at this point for sure. As Intercambing finds a miss, and that definitely would steal it. Vaxei finally gonna be finding his first point on the board as he makes it through these giant overlapping jumps. And there it is. Potentially going to be FCing all eyes on him once again. And this accuracy is sick, man. The hell?
All right, somebody get the screenshot ready. Somebody get the Reddit post ready, man. This is the first DT full combo on the map. First double time full combo on the map in match. 99.11% accuracy. Actually, just a crazy score. Very solid combo and act from Intercambing as well. 600k on this is nothing to sneeze at, given that the highest combo on the map before right now was 700. Intercambing with a very good score overall. But Vaxei just blowing it out of the water, and we were talking before this map about how good Vaxei is at that high approach rate reading. Well, there you go. Pretty damn good is the answer to that question with, that's one score.
That is the first DTFC on the map. The highest double time only score is a 1 miss run from 3 months ago, obviously 3 months ago, and 455 combo. The highest hidden double time score is 706 combo by Jordan LR7 with 7 misses. So, absolute canyon that Vaxei shows once again from what you would expect from him, like almost every single map, showing his stuff now. And now we got Hard Rock 2 out.
Yeah, this map is this is something else for sure. This is circle size 6.1 before Hard Rock, and if you're unfamiliar with how circle size works, that means it's CS 7.93 after Hard Rock. This is the highest circle size we have had in any map pool so far. Osu for Ants is definitely the name of the game right now. These are very tiny circles. Most players don't go past about CS 7 on a regular basis, so being close to CS 8, this is absolutely a difficult precision pick. Intercambing, though, very strong on the precision map versus Bubbleman last weekend. I think looking to do something similar here against Vaxei, who did full combo the precision map last weekend, so very clearly right up his alley. We'll see if he can hit the highest spacing section. There are some very fast high spacing jumps about 2/3 of the way through the map.
So far, some of these jumps as well as the burst. Oh, as I say that, Intercambing finds the first miss of this matchup.
Those transitions from the right side of the map all the way back to the left side are so much more difficult than they look on this circle size. One of the things about precision that I think a lot of people don't take into account is that very large changes in your cursor's position are much more difficult to be precise on than fast jumps that are near each other. So those types of jumps that are slow but very high distance are so difficult to do well. Vaxei holding on to the full combo is honestly also a very good score. 95 AC though. So if Intercambing does hold on, and if Vaxei misses during this upcoming section, very real possibility this score lead flies back over to Intercambing's favor. But this is without a doubt the hardest part of the map coming up. Let's see if either of them are able to hold on.
First break will definitely decide it. I mean, actually, if Intercambing finds the break sooner than Vaxei. But Vaxei has a good amount of buffer, and with that miss from Intercambing, that is going to be Vaxei taking this point. You might think it's too soon to call, but I mean, this is a really large buffer, and they both have an identical combo between each other, so, yeah.
That early miss for Intercambing really doing a lot of damage. 2.5% accuracy up on Vaxei during this map, but it just doesn't matter because the early combo from Vaxei does so much work putting the score lead in his favor. This is likely a win for Intercambing if he doesn't find that early slider break. Really tragic early break from him. And now, it was a really strong start from Intercambing, but Vaxei showing the tournament consistency he's always had. The mental game is really important in tournaments. Not letting yourself get tilted, not letting yourself, find a bad mental position after you miss, and just continuing to play as well as you can, moving on from misses immediately, moving on from lost points immediately, and finding a new groove within the same match is a very underrated skill, and something that Vaxei definitely has no problems moving past those early 3 losses and coming out with a pick of his own and a breakpoint right afterwards.
As well as an S rank. And also, to follow up on what you just said before, in an AMA that Skill hosted for him on Twitter, one person asked Vaxei what was his #1 way to deal with nerves, and he said, just don't think about what the hell's happening, what upcoming patterns there are, just focus on comboing every consecutive note, and only think about the next note, only think about the next note. Don't think about any future patterns, because you may just, whatever you think, it just messes you up right then and there instead, and it wouldn't matter about worrying about the combo ahead of you, because you'll just miss then and as well, so you'll just blunder more and more.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, that's advice that a lot of people, I think, have as well. I know Digital Hypno has talked about nerve control and just focusing on playing the map rather than focusing on the outcome or upcoming patterns, anything like that. Focus on what you are doing rather than the outcome of your actions, and definitely tends to help. Might be some of the things that Vaxei employs, but regardless, very strong mental, very strong ability to come back from, lost points or perceived losses during a match. This is an interesting pick from Intercambing. This is like AR 10.3 tech streams, basically, at a very, very low BPM. This is like 192 BPM, I think, after double time, so very low beats per minute overall. Excuse me, this is actually Vaxei's pick, which makes a lot more sense. I was confusing myself because Vaxei had won the last 2 points, but this is Vaxei's pick. Definitely makes a lot of sense. Again, we talked earlier about the high approach rate prowess from Vaxei. Already showed it off with the first DTFC on Kizuato during this match, so not surprising to pick into a high approach rate reading pick. Does find an early slider break, though, at the start of the map.
As well as a giant accuracy disadvantage, but this is the start of the map. There's not too many 100s to go around. Intercambing on a 1-100 run himself, but definitely going to change a lot as we get past the build-up. But Intercambing still ultimately the one ahead right now. Let's see what he can do to try and take this breakpoint to deny Vaxei the opportunity to tie up that scoreline. He was up 3-0 at the start. He doesn't want that scoreline to budge anymore in Vaxei's favor after already losing 2 points, including one of them being his own breakpoint.
Yeah, what is his accuracy from Intercambing, by the way? 98.4% accuracy. Finally drops the miss, though, as I say that about the act. The combo game method from Vaxei coming in again now, able to hold on where it counts. The accuracy is not the primary determiner of score in Osu game. It is combo, and Vaxei able to hold on to that more important metric. Finds his way into the heavy slider section once again near the end of the map. 700 combo intact and score lead well over 100k.
You know how they say the customer is always right, them Karens. Well, I mean, now, as you can see, it's the combo that's always right. The combo is king, if you may say. And Vaxei right now, with a 400 to 500 combo advantage, is going to be closing out this map. A miss, but it doesn't matter. Intercambing misses right back, and there would have been no time for him to claw back anyways. 3-3 to score line. Nice job to him for tying it up.
It was a really solid start from Intercambing, but these last 3 picks from Vaxei, well, the last 2 picks from Vaxei, plus the breakpoint on Intercambing's last pick in precision, definitely showing once again these players relatively evenly matched. Good accuracy from Intercambing, early slider break from Vaxei, making it fairly close as well. It's just misses in the middle of the map for Intercambing, which really do a lot to bring down the overall possible score that you can earn during a map. Almost cuts it in half. You see close to 700k for Intercambing, well over 800k for Vaxei, so it's tough when you miss in the middle of the map to try and claw that score back. If you're going to miss or slide a break, the beginning or the end are definitely the best places to do it. Hidden One here, the next pickup from Intercambing. It's actually probably one of the easier maps in this pool. It is AR9, however. The note density on this much higher than the BPM would give away. Relatively low star rating, relatively awkward patterning, and lots of points all throughout the map. Lots of wide angle jumps all throughout this pick. And adjusting from AR 10.3 to AR 9 with Hidden is definitely going to be tough for these players. We'll see how they're able to do on it.
Obviously, the start, not too much to write home about, but that was definitely a lot of notes in a row, so while there was a good opportunity for a potential miss at the start, none of these players were the ones to bite the bullet, so gonna be an even game for now, especially with that near identical accuracy, 98.2 to 98.5. So that the cut stream catches out Vaxei.
And that higher note density just makes it so much harder, and the lower approach rate makes it so much harder to follow along with more intricate patterns like those cut streams. Why awkward aim on these types of maps is so difficult, having to memorize where the notes are. And those space streams as well, definitely nothing easy to deal with, but both players getting through the pattern just fine. Vaxei actually missing again in the first PI time now. So Intercambing, big combo lead, big act lead as well, up a full 2% right now, above 99% on the full combo, just about finished with the first KI time. And that is a big score lead as well, almost up 100,000 score at this point. Let's see how long he can hold it. He's fumbled a little bit in the middle of a lot of these maps, whereas Vaxei able to hold on to the combo in the middle sections, even with early breaks still able to come out on top because misses in the middle far more impactful, even with good accuracy. So Intercambing really needs to hold on right now, but he's looking fairly solid at the moment. Vaxei as well absolutely needs to hold if he wants to take this break point and continue amassing those points overall.
Again, another long slew of notes for both of these players to have to go through, and none of these players break, which ultimately means Intercambing clawing just out more and more in his favor with a 99.4% FC run. Once again, showing exactly what that method is all about. 200,000 score ahead. And past the halfway point, about 2/3 of the way in, he's still holding on. No fumbles here.
It's actually so tense watching this. It's a big score lead right now for Intercambing, though. He has to miss relatively soon. Vaxei's misses came, I think, before and after the 1/4 point of the map. There's the miss to come out from Intercambing. If Vaxei is able to full combo the rest of the map, it's going to be close, but look at the 2% ACK lead for Intercambing. Once again, it's going to do so much to keep the score lead on his side, and there is only so much map left. It is going to be close, but I think if Intercambing is able to hold, Vaxei should not be able to pull out the breakpoint once again. There's less than about a sixth of the map left right now, and just not that much combo for Vaxei to pull back more score on.
It is going to be really close, but it's definitely looking like Intercambing will take this unless he finds yet another break, in which case it just becomes even closer, and possibly Vaxei would take it, but there's a break from Vaxei that's going to be Intercambing staving off Vaxei getting the lead for the first time in this matchup. Intercambing will once again take the lead and be up 4-3 in the matchup.
Oh, these matches are actually so close between these two players right now. We're tied up 3-3. Intercambing takes it 4-3 on his own pick. 200k on the advantage versus Vaxei. Apparently had the wrong offset on that map, and so the accuracy definitely suffering when that happens. But the expectation in any match between evenly matched players is each of them winning their own picks, trading back and forth. And we're pretty well there. It is as close as it can be right now between these two players. Still hidden. Actually, no more hidden picks left, I don't think, in the map pool. So Intercambing gonna have to break out into another mod category now.
Yeah, Intercambing was the only one out of the two players that picked hidden, and one of the maps were banned out by Intercambing himself, actually. So, and that was the mod pool that Intercambing excels at the most. So, pretty good that he was able to get 3 essentially guaranteed points for him. But Vaxei now going to try and retaliate with this.
This is the high approach rate pick in double time, the highest approach rate pick in double time, at least. AR 10.47 after double time, AR 10.5 rounded off. Almost alt-ish BPM at the after DT. A very tricky aim control sort of all throughout the map that makes it just sort of a bear to play through, in addition to focusing on that high approach rate reading at the same time. You have to be very solid at both the reading and aim control to play this well.
Yeah, some of these jumps, these 1-2s, are pretty wacky. Not really catching out Vaxei so far, obviously it's the start of the map, but 2% ACK lead for him to start it off, and some of these held sliders as well can be an easy place to either slider break or at the very least drop some slider end. But none of the players really doing that so far. It's just Vaxei still with that double S dictating the lead of about 10k. He's finally going to drop a couple 100s, and a lot of them in quick succession. Now the scorer lead is essentially equalized at this point. Only 0.3 of a percentage point separates the two players in terms of accuracy. But Intercambing and Vaxei double break!
It's a double break at the same time, but look at the axe drop from Intercambing.
Yeah.
Down 2% now after that simultaneous break from the two players. Up a little bit in combo, but there goes that as well. Finds a break of his own after Vaxei's and is not able to maintain any combo now. Finds another slider break as Vaxei definitely fine on the recovery, able to pull the combo back, didn't drop the accuracy all that much. And this is sort of the difference in comfort level on some of these high approach rate picks. It's why Vaxei, even after losing a double time 3 on the breakpoint, goes back to the DT pool once again here for double time 4. Clearly knows he is the more comfortable player on some of these high approach rate maps, especially 10.5 plus is really where he's going to shine against Intercambing, whereas Intercambing playing into a lot of the more high density picks, a lot of the lower approach rate picks instead.
It's still anyone's game at this point, even though Vaxei does have the combo advantage and that accuracy advantage. But Intercambing needs Vaxei to break immediately, or else it's going to be all said and done. And actually, because of how long that slow section is, I think that Vaxei is able to drag it out just enough for him to take this point and equalize it 4-4. Really close to 99% as well. Pretty nice accuracy. Intercambing with that miss will seal it up for sure. And now, one more round of picks before a possible tiebreaker. Intercambing to start it off. What will he do to try and get himself to match point as this scoreline is tied up 4-4?
And I will correct myself, by the way. Vaxei, no losses on the DT pool thus far. 3-0 on the DT picks overall, so looking very, very strong right now. That 4th point, of course, coming from the break point on Intercambing's precision pick in Hard Rock 2 earlier on in the match. Intercambing with 3 wins on Hidden and 1 win on Vaxei's Nomad Tech pick earlier on in the matchup. So both of them with 1 breakpoint to their name, and otherwise just 1 pick here and there all throughout for the breakpoints. And we finally get one of the sort of namesake picks here for the Yuki Aim tournament. It's Hard Rock 1. This is just Demon Aim. There's no other way to describe it. You just hit the cross-screen jumps or you don't in this map, and that is it. So if you don't hit the cross screens, you lose. And if you manage to hit them all throughout the map, or all throughout at least one of the key times, you're probably coming out with the point on this one. Intercambing challenging Vaxei to just the straight up aim consistency at 1v1 on Hard Rock.
Sky Flame map, what else could you expect besides just raw consistency? And yeah, I think the first set of jumps already a bit of a boon in terms of spacing, as you can see right here. Obviously, more sections like this to come. And out of the gate, Intercambing with the double S. Vaxei still close behind, it's only 1/100. Not anything to be too struggling about.
No, there should be no reason for either of these players to struggle with accuracy on this map. Yeah. I mean, you can see how simple these patterns are. There's nothing tricky about this whatsoever. The thing that makes this hard is how straightforward it is and how massive these jumps are when it really picks up. You get a lot of these in-between sections that are definitely not hard in comparison to those big jumps, but when they come through, man, do they come out in full force. They are just complete cross screens.
Now into the final course, but the build-up, is anyone gonna miss on it? No, they will not. And Intercambing still holding 1/100 less than Vaxei because double S, that's how it works. But these jump sections, both players navigating through them really well. Nothing else to talk about. It's just all a waiting game. Vaxei with a 100 right there. And Intercambing gonna be falling out of that double S. But both players' combos are still alive. It's just all gonna come down to the first miss.
At this point, yeah, I have to agree. Accuracy doesn't really matter on this map, honestly speaking, unless we see a massive act drop on a stream, like an overstream, for example, by either of these players. You know, it's really not going to impact all that much. The combo is infinitely more important than accuracy on a pick like this, especially when both players are extremely competent on AR10, OD10, which comes along with virtually every hard rock pick. So this is just going to come down to, like you said, Freddy, whoever misses first, and we're getting into our first Ki time past the halfway point.
Oh,
Vaxei actually, who misses Intercambing, follows right up afterwards, and suddenly it's very close once again. We're just waiting for the combos to build back up after a simultaneous break from both players. Intercambing ever so slightly ahead, maybe 9,000 points right now.
Yeah.
It's really marginal.
Right now, Vaxei just hoping for enough act drop for Vaxei to take the lead little by little. It's clawing back in his favor, but he needs a good amount of time and more 100 from Intercambing, or just an outright miss, but he better be hoping he can get his combo through all these sections, and both players make it out of that jump section alive. It's still about a 6k score lead between the two. It's really going to come down to an act battle / combo differential in this final back half.
This is just going to come down to the ending quarter. This last part of the map just does not stop. Right after this part, it just picks back up again, and it is just entirely demon aim cross-screen jumps for the whole last portion of the map. Here we go. Whoever can hold on longer wins. It is Vaxei able to hold on. Intercambing breaks on the first big jump section. But there goes Vaxei's combo right afterwards. It's a slight combo lead for Intercambing. Going into the very last section of the map. It's less than 10,000 score for Vaxei. Even other misses in this ending section can determine the winner when the score lead is so small like this. You have to be on point, even going to the ending portion of the map. Intercambing does have slight combo advantage, but the accuracy now in Vaxei's favor as well.
This is the last section of jumps, and it's still easy game for anyone to miss on it, but Vaxei doesn't looking like he wants to break on this, and by the slightest margins, it's going to be Vaxei's win by 5,000 points, the break point to put him up at match point. Top 3 looking to be in his sights, and a prize pool increase of $200 more and peripherals from HyperX. You gotta be thinking really hard about this, Vaxei.
5,047 points at the end of that pick. You've gotta feel for Intercambing, man. The last pick being that close, being 5k away from taking Vaxei to tiebreaker point at the very least, and it doesn't work out for you.
Oh my god.
It slips right out of the fingertips. It really was. He had his hand around it, and it just slipped away at the very last second. That extra miss right before Vaxei on those first sets of really huge jumps on the last quarter of the map is the entire difference maker. If he holds on just that bit longer, if he hits that one pattern, he gets that point, but it's not meant to be. It's just so unfortunate on that last pick. Vaxei holds on one pattern longer and comes out on top because of it after a simultaneous break right in the middle of the map from both of them as well. It really is as close as it gets between these two players. If anything, even if Intercambing does end up losing this match, you have to watch out for this guy as a possible contender for getting into that losers bracket finals and making top 3, because this kind of performance is just unreal to see from somebody who I think a lot of people before this matchup would have discounted a little bit because he doesn't have that name recognition, not as much as Vaxei, that's for sure. Definitely has made a spotlight for himself over the last year or so, but Vaxei on just another level of name recognition, but Intercambing absolutely showing why he deserves the same.
Vaxei going to try and end this off with a stream aim map to try and get himself to top 3. Avoid that tiebreaker. My goodness. Hopefully he's got the stream aim on lock. But Intercambing, best of luck to you. Hopefully you can send us a tiebreaker to really close out this match the way it should be.
200 BPM space streams. Very simple patterning overall in this map. A lot of longer streams earlier on without that higher spacing that you get near the end, but a lot of longer streams near the end with absolutely massive spacing. Map is deceptively easy at first. This is just free combo for both of these players. No trouble whatsoever at the start of the map, as really the major points of difficulty come after this first quarter, where we start getting actual big stream spacing. And here we go into the first higher stream spacing patterns in the map. No breaks at the start here, but this is really where it starts to come down to who misses first, or who chain misses as well. Very possible to find note lock on these types of high spacing, high BPM streams.
And who knows? And at this point, it's just the accuracy battle. Both players hold on strong with the combo. With Intercambing with the slight accuracy lead right at this moment, 98.8 versus 98.7, and still anyone's game at 3,000 points between the two. Intercambing like 1 or 2 100s ahead of Vaxei.
And you almost get nervous for them during that break. They both can see that it's basically tied up. They're both on the full combo. They both know at this point whoever breaks first loses. It's full breaks for both of them. Both of them, however, drop massive amounts of accuracy, but it's Intercambing missing first, missing more objects.
It makes it through that giant stream.
Both of them making it through afterwards, but the combo lead and the accuracy lead are both on Vaxei. Unless he misses again, this is basically sealed up. Intercambing missing first and missing more when it counted during that high spacing pattern. And Vaxei, the nerves just ever so slightly better, and that's gonna be the determining factor. 50-60k in the lead at the end of the match, and it is gonna be 6-4, basically right on the money for predictions at the start. So close at every single point throughout this match. Every single map was close between these two. Our first match of the weekend. First match of the weekend, everybody. All right, fantastic. Who wants to follow this one up?